So,
okay.
Muting everyone. Raj, please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Ram here. I've unmuted myself. Thanks all of you for joining on the Zoom session, the first of its kind between our two clubs. Hopefully this will be the foundation of things that we can do together in a grand and collaborative way going forward. So thanks to Raj Mani and Rotarian Raj Mani and the entire set of Rotarians from Aireborough, Leeds for accepting our invite and being a sister club. This is a conversation that's been going on between some of us for the last few months. And while COVID has not been a great situation for most purposes, a silver lining in the cloud is the fact that we're able to meet more comfortably as two international Rotary clubs using Zoom as a medium. So thanks to all of you, it's wonderful. So I was the international director for my club for the year 1920, and that's when I started the conversations with Rotarian Raj Mani. And I have moved on to take on the youth services role for 2021. And Rotarian Anand, who's there in the frame with us, has taken over as the international director. So going forward, some of the collaborations will be chaired by him. Of course, I will continue to be there, Rotarian Raj, so that any facilitation can be made easier. So on that note, so the objective of this meeting is for us to get to know each other better, and of course also do the required pleasantries of waving flags and maybe a toast at some point. To lay the foundation for a bright future amongst our clubs. So on that note, I hand over the mic to Raj Uncle on your side, followed by Chakra on our side, to welcome each other, and then we can start with the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, Ram. Thank you. And good afternoon to Rotarians from our side, Aireborough, as well as Rotarians from Madras Chenna Patna Club. This is truly an exciting event. It's, as Ram said, it's been a while building it up, and in a sense, this is possibly a positive outcome of COVID, if there ever can be one, that we meet at such short notice. We got together and we see each other virtually, if not in the flesh. But steps will take us in the right directions, perhaps even meet one day. But in the meantime, we have to, first of all, today the aim is to record that we have a signed agreement, which both clubs have, and that Chuck, your President Chakravarti, he has permitted me to call him Chuck. I know you all call him Chakra, so whatever he's convenient with. So we'll show the agreement, and then get on to two areas where we have potential areas of projects. One of these relates to youth, and our youth leader apologizes that he's not able to be present, but he will communicate going on after today with the youth leader, who is yourself, Ram. So that's handy. So we can display the flag again in due course, if I may. This is the pennant of Aireborough. I hope you can see it. Which, there you are. Which Robert Murphy found in his, carefully preserved in his filing cabinet. And so the plan is to share it with you all virtually and then mail it out to you by courier. So I will now invite, hand the mic over to Chuck, if he wants to say a few words.
Chakravarti, just unmute yourself. And
yeah. Good evening, Raj. I take the privilege of calling you as a Raj. Okay.
Please do.
Thank you. We are very happy to have this meeting with you in the inaugural session of the year. And we have got a long way to go. It's only just a beginning. We'll exchange our ideology, which is similar to both of us. We'll proceed further. We have got a young and energetic team like Ram, Anand, Chandanamudan, and our Pitaman, Muttur, and Praveen Mehra, and all our founders of the club, charter presidents are there. They'll be giving more details. They'll be throwing more light on the our club aspects. Very kind of you, and very, very happy to meet you all in this session. I just hand over to my Anand to show the flag once again to everybody. Thank you. Anand, kindly show the flag. Anand, I request Anand to kindly show the flag, please.
Anand is joining in again.
Okay. So he just got disconnected, I guess. He's back.
His bandwidth was little low.
Anand, Chakra wants you to show the flag again, please.
Oh, yeah.
இன்னும் clear காட்டுங்க. Can you show it little?
Yeah.
மேல. கொஞ்சம் closer to the screen. Closer to the screen.
Here, Anand,
camera.
Raise up.
இன்னும் மேல தூக்கி.
Great.
Very good, very good. Now it's okay.
Yeah, it covers your face, but that's okay.
But as long as we see the flag, no problem.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you, Anand.
If you agree, we can show this agreement, share the signed agreement with our members representing the assembly.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the signed agreement, which has the signature of both President Chakravarti and myself on behalf of our respective clubs.
சைடு மியூட் பண்ணுங்க சக்கரவர்த்தி சத்தம் கேட்டு.
Sophia, can you highlight or Amudan, can you highlight Raj uncle, please?
Again, sorry.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Raj uncle, a little far away because it's too close to the camera. So keep it a little. Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, you have the copy of it here, no Ram, no problem.
Yeah.
Very good.
Super.
Look.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is just to be make kosher, as we call it. It's just kosher. Our agreements are now kosher.
And just for everyone's benefit there, your president also happens to be my uncle through the maternal route. So I'm used to calling him Raj uncle. So it's not as if I don't want to call.
Oh, I see.
I want to give special
That's news.
So do pardon me if the uncle suffix is only for Raj.
Yeah, but just to
not being so official. Okay.
Just to on a lighter note, Ram, in the UK, I find that a lot of Asians and some Africans, those who are below 35 or 40 will call me uncle, whether they know me or not. And those who are of my age will call me brother. So I'm cool, whatever you call me. As long as my checks are, I keep getting the checks. Okay.
Good.
Shall we move to
next part?
Yeah, I think the next item on the agenda is having somebody from your team talking the history of the club, maybe for 5-7 minutes, what you deem appropriate. And then on our side, we have a small video that we want to play, following which Rotarian Praveen Mehra will talk a little bit about the history of us.
Okay. So from our side, Rotarian Robert Murphy, who sent a written document just to give a historical perspective. He's going to inform and entertain us for the next few minutes.
And just before Robert starts, a late joining with us is Rotarian Muthaiya, who's there on the screen. He is the first member of our club, so he's been with us for 8 years. So,
hi everybody, Raj. Good evening.
Hi, Muthaiya. Good evening.
Nice to meet you. Good. Thank you.
Raj, of course, you understand the context of Bhishma Pitama. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
a status given in the Indian club context. And of course, he also is very keenly involved in microfinancing for the past 2 decades or more. So at an appropriate time, he may be able to chime in a little bit about that.
Yeah, because we have, in addition to Janet Kerr, who's our international lead, we've got two colleagues, Carol and Roger Ward, who are very much into, who run the microloans project. They're also present today. So
Wonderful.
when we
Okay.
get to that,
Over to Robert. Yeah.
Right, thank you. And I am wearing my cricket sweater. I did mention in the piece I wrote that we have organised a day at the Test match, which we've done for the last 4 years. Yorkshire didn't give us any tickets this year because we were playing Australia, and obviously the place sold out very quickly. But the good news is that next year the visitors to Headingley are India.
oh,
Nice.
that's
So
good.
we will be there, waving banners. Right, so our club is a bit older than yours. It started in 1953. If you look Aireborough up on the map, you will not find it anywhere. It does not exist as a place name, but we are north of Leeds. And in Leeds, there are 7 Rotary clubs. The oldest of them, the Leeds Club, was started in 1917. So that was in the first 10 Rotary clubs that started in England. Traditionally, we meet on a Tuesday lunchtime, and that meeting is pretty formal, a bit like your installation ceremony last week, which I sat through and really enjoyed, although I did struggle occasionally with Tamil. Yes. So our Tuesday lunchtimes, we have a meal, we have grace, we have toast. But then we decided some time ago, about 4 years ago, that we needed to cater better for people who were working. We then started meetings in the evening. So now in a month we have 6 meetings, 4 lunchtimes and 2 in the evening. And the first 6 people to join us in the evening meetings were female. And out of that, we've already had two female presidents. So that's a bit about the background. We also have taken in 2 associate members, so we have an insurance broker, and we're also lucky to have Leeds Trinity University in our area, and they have joined. And as far as membership's concerned, we are trying to start a Rotaract club that will be based in Leeds Trinity University. When I was writing this, I was pleased that on many occasions, international things came up. 2 things that we used to do were look after ambassadorial scholars who were coming to study in England and needed a host club to look after them while they were here. So we worked hard on that. And we also looked after group study exchange teams who came over here. So we looked after teams from Sri Lanka, Australia, Africa, who came for a visit, and we looked after them while they were here. As far as the things we do, we would say that we are pretty strong on youth service. We've organised this year Young Chef, Young Photographer, Youth Speaks, and we also have 4 secondary schools and 11 primary schools in our area, and so we work hard with them. And one of the things we do is we give out dictionaries to the schools, and this year we are giving 512 dictionaries out to the pupils in the primary school. We also organise a a day trip for special needs children where we go to a theme park for a day. Most of our Rotarians are too scared to go on the big rides. They go on the quiet rides. The braver among us do go on the biggest rides, get quite excited about it. We've also worked with charities like Sal's Shoes, where we collect shoes from schools. She started the charity because her children grew out of their shoes. She didn't want to throw them away, and so she wanted to find a home for them. And since that charity started, she's collected 2 million pairs of shoes. They've gone out to 46 countries, including Great Britain. We also work with a children's centre in Aireborough, and through the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, children who are starting to learn to read get a book every month from that charity. And we've also worked with the charity because families in that area are suffering from deprivation, and we've organised a creche for them so the parents can go on courses which helps them with developing their children and looking after them. As far as international is concerned, we fill 24 aqua boxes every year. We have an expert within our club who's extremely good at that. So he sources the materials to put in the aqua boxes. And I think we're one of only 2 or 3 clubs in England who are allowed to do that. Also, through one of the secondary schools, they send children, pupils every year to South Africa. And through that link, we got a global grant, and we have had built and equipped a computer suite in that school, which is open this year. We've also helped some of the girls in that school who, because of their periods, could not go to school, and we have developed sanitary kits for those girls that enables them not to miss school time. Some of our Rotarians, 3 of our Rotarians actually spend 6 months of the year away from England. Tony Scaife at the moment is stuck in New Zealand. He was supposed to be there for 6 months, but that has lengthened to 9 months. And through him, we joined up with a club called Takapuna, and we've done some work with them. And Roger and Carol Ward spend time in Thailand, and again, they attend a Rotary club while they're out there. As far as community things are concerned, we run the day where we take kids to the theme park. We organise other events as well to do with the community. During the pandemic, we have worked hard on, in fact, some people within the club have been producing protective equipment, and we've subsidised charities who are also providing equipment. And we had a photographic competition within the club called Life Under Lockdown, where people took their pictures, submitted them, and we raised something like £250 through that. Fundraising, we have 3 big events. We have an Easter egg hunt, which can attract 1,500 people to it. We also have a brass band concert, and we have a 2-day beer festival. Those are our main fundraising activities. That's enough from me, but if anyone has questions, then I shall be delighted to answer them. I did mention the cricket, and while I was thinking about that, I remembered that Yorkshire originally said only people could play for them who were born in Yorkshire, and then gradually changed the rules. But in 1991, they took in their first overseas player to play for the club. And he was a 19-year-old from India who was called Sachin Tendulkar. And he played for Yorkshire for one season. He scored 1,070 runs and his average was 47. We were very proud of that. Right, that's enough from me. If there are any questions or if any of my colleagues want to add anything, I do talk too much, so I will now shut up.
Thank you, Robert.
I have a question, Robert. Can I ask?
Yes, please, as long as it's not hard.
Good evening. Thanks for that very nice elaborate history of your club and the background. Very interesting and very nice storytelling. Good. You got a good glimpse of your club. And you were talking something about a particular type of box. Can you please elaborate on that? I was not able to understand.
Aqua box.
Yeah, it's called an aqua box. So
Aqua.
Aqua, yeah, water. And it contains a filter that can change dirty water into drinkable water. But as well as that, it includes things that someone who's gone through a disaster might need. So it has pots and pans, it has a torch, it has children's clothing. So there is a list of things that we put in that box. And as a club, we're allowed to source our own materials and fill the boxes. And every year we do 24 of these, and they then go out to disaster areas.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Hey, thanks, Robert. Very informative.
Thanks,
and of course, we've had many greats from India play county cricket in UK. I think a couple they played for Worcestershire. Gordon Venkataraman, and I think Ravi Shastri played for Glamorgan.
And I think this year Ravi Ashwin was supposed to come and play for Yorkshire, but because of the pandemic, yeah, it was stopped.
There used to be a time when playing English county cricket was a great way of laying the foundation for the eventual English series that India would undertake. But these days, hardly anybody from India plays county cricket. Either things have changed because people just want to make money and they're all playing IPL.
Yeah, T20 has taken over. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for that.
Yeah,
And,
thank you.
On our side, Praveen Mehra will talk, about our club. Before which, Amudan, do you want to play the video, please?
Yeah. I'm going to play the video. Just check sound and video is clear. Otherwise, just inform me. I'm going to play right now.
Okay, go ahead.
It is a pleasure and an incredible honor to celebrate with all of you this evening. Today we have achieved a very important milestone.
Amudan, audio is playing, video is not moving.
Hi, Giri. I'm on, still flying.
Amudan, you're going to try again, I guess.
Can you able to see the screen now? I'm going to play now. It's screen is
Yeah.
We can see
It is a pleasure and an incredible honor to celebrate with all of you this evening. Today we have achieved a very important milestone. The club was officially chartered on 8th April 1993 with 36 members, Charter President Rotarian Hemachandrugu and Secretary Rotarian Rajashekhar. The dedication and commitment of its Rotarians in service has made the club very relevant to the community it serves. By celebrating this 25th year of Rotary, we are also celebrating the success of the architects of this club, the passion, energy and hard work of every one of the past presidents, members and ex-members. Some of the club's significant projects for the past 25 years are: when tsunami affected Chennai, our club wanted to do something constructive to help the villagers badly affected near Chennai. So we joined with other Good Samaritan donors and purchased land and constructed a school. We then handed it over to Aim for Save Our Trust to maintain it in the name of Swami Dayananda Rotary Matriculation School at Kadalur village. From then on, we sustained our services to the school. Now, the school has more than 800 students. We continue to make a better world for them by being involved in ongoing projects such as construction of the toilet block, donation of library, furniture and books, science labs, napkin vending machine, computers, public address systems, etc. We joined with our sister club Rotary Club of Tebrau, Malaysia, with the support of Madras Medical Mission to sponsor heart surgery for underprivileged children below 12 years who suffer from heart ailments. More than 100 children have successfully benefited from this project. The project is ongoing and we are always on the lookout for supporting more needy patients. Jeevodaya Hospice was established in 1990 as a non-profit charitable organization to render palliative care services free of cost to advanced cancer patients. We have donated mortuary freezer box, hospital trolley, washing machines and many other essential things to this organization. We have totally spent more than 25 lakh rupees microloan. We have issued interest-free loan to the petty shops and other small business people to help them start small businesses and sustain them.
வணக்கம், என் பேர் பிரீத்திஷா. நான் ஒரு திருநங்கை கம்யூனிட்டிக்குள்ளே வந்து 17 வருஷம் ஆகுது. அது இல்லாமல் நாடகங்கள், மேடை நாடகங்களும் நடிச்சுக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். இந்த வருமானம் வந்து ரெகுலராக இல்லை அப்படிங்கிறதுனால ஊபர் ஈட்ஸ் ஃபுட் டெலிவரியில் நான் ஃபுட் டெலிவரி பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கேன். எனக்கு ரொம்ப நாளாக ஆசை, நல்ல ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஆசை இருந்துச்சு. அதை வந்து ரோட்டரிக்கு வந்து நிறைவேற்றி வச்சாங்க. வித்யா மேம் மூலயமா முத்தையா சாரை அறிமுகப்படுத்தினாங்க. அவங்க எங்களுக்கு, எனக்கும் என்னுடைய கணவர் பிரேம்குமரன் அவங்களுக்கும் 50,000 ரூபாய் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. வட்டி இல்லாமல் 50,000 ரூபாய் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அந்த 50,000 ரூபாயில நான் வந்து சுத்தமான மரச்செக்கு ஆயில் வாங்கி நான் பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
So far, 30 lakhs of rupees have been circulated and more than 400 people have been benefited. Operation Daybreak. There are a number of underprivileged children seeking sponsorship of school and tuition fees. For these children, getting a good education is the only way they can find a job in future and break the cycle of poverty in their families. For this reason, we sponsor students from poor families, paying part of their school fees.
Thank you, Amadin. Thanks a lot. At least for me, every time I see this video, I just want to see it again. It just feels very good. Thank you for the great work.
Why don't
I
you
know.
pay,
Yeah.
why don't you pay attention the first time, Ram?
Pardon?
Why don't you pay attention the first time?
No, it's because it's good. So, anyways, I think some of you all in the Aireborough Club had seen this last time, but of course there was some audio-video mismatch. This time it looked perfect. So thanks, Amudan, for that. Hand it over to Praveen to add a little more color to some of the work you do. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Ram. Raj uncle, good morning.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Couple of years younger than Ram, so I can call uncle. Okay. Good morning to all our friends in the UK. I have fond memories along with our fellow President Rajshekhar, past President Rajshekhar. We traveled all the way to Fording Bridge.
Oh.
When he said, does Fording Bridge ring a bell? We had come there for a cricketing tour.
Yeah, that's
Way
in
back.
Hampshire. That's down south.
Yeah, way back in, I think, 95.
Right.
And we have very pleasant memories of visiting schools and having taught our Indian culture to the children, tiny tots. And we were amazed to see that the great knowledge that they had about our temple culture and pujas and everything. So having said that, ours is a club, as you all saw in the video, ours is a club of 28 years standing. Rotarian Muttaya, Saptagiri, Raj, myself, Raja Sriram, all of us have witnessed each and every day of the 10,000 day progress. 10,000 days have been spent by us in the club. And these were very meaningfully spent years where a number of projects which you all saw, we have done a lot of projects. But what's more important is we've celebrated the spirit of being a human being. And all of us have been together as families. We've seen people getting married as we were going along in Rotary. My second son was born while we were in Rotary, and today he's got married himself. So it's been a very, very joyous journey all of us have had. And I think that's what matters more than any project that we could have ever done. Our club has done balanced activity in all avenues of Rotary service, and with a lot of focus on youth service, on new generations. A number of Railas every year. Raila is a regular feature in our club for the Rotractors and the Interactors, and a Raila with overnight stay has done a lot of good to a large number of children that we work with. To bring the story to the current times, there are a lot of projects that we did last year, we've embarked upon last year, and one will find fruition this year, very significant. The project is on early detection of breast cancer. So the project is iBreast. It is a non-invasive kind of a process where we detect cancer in the vulnerable sections of the women community at an early stage. And this leads to the aversion. We can avert cancer developing and the lives can be saved. So this is one huge project. 5 million Indian rupees are going to be spent on this. And this we've signed up with a club in Canada, Kingston Club in Canada. There's another project for working on girl children with anemia. We do a lot of work with children, particularly girl child. And there's a plant here which Rajmani sir will relate to. The Muringakai, the Moringia powder is used to build up the hemoglobin levels in the blood. And this fights anemia. So that's one project. Chak planning a project called Project Orange, wherein early detection of blindness that sets in can be detected, and we can find a cure for 80% of the cases could be cured. So that's another project, ambitious project that we would be embarking upon. We've done services in all avenues, like I said. The microfinance revolving credit is going to be put to better use this year, where we'll try to help small businesses which have lost their feet in the pandemic to get back to their winning ways. And then we have done a lot of projects in vocational services. We've given a lot of awards and recognitions to deserving citizens of the country, celebrated champions, and also we have given career guidance programs in vocational service. We have done, as you all saw, we built a part of the school tsunami affected area called Kadalur, which is close by to Chennai. We have built the school over there along with another institution. The strength has grown in this school from the earlier stages where it was less than 100 to 800. So it's a very satisfying project that we've done. We are also going to be microloan I've already mentioned. I think my job was made easier because of the film that was shown. And we are going to look forward to a number of ways of working with your club, with what is our club called? Aireborough Leeds. So we are going to find ways of working hand in hand with your club for meaningful projects in our area, and also to contribute towards meaningful projects in your region. India is no longer a country which only receives funds. Last year, we made a contribution to our sister club in Canada, a contribution of about $6,000, or was it $12,000? $6,000.
6,000 US dollars.
$6,000. We have sister clubs in Tebrau, Malaysia. We have a sister club in Ceylon, Sri Lanka, and now one in Canada, and one we are having now in the UK as well.
And
so
also one in Kenya.
We are a young club, as you can make out. Robert Murfield, like your club started in 1953. We started in 93, 4 decades later. But we've caught up on time, and we made our existence meaningful to ourselves and to the people around us. And it's a beautiful journey. We've got a lot of energy in the club. A lot of new people who've joined. Youngsters are full of energy and enthusiasm. You could have seen it at the installation ceremony. A lot of use of technology. So we are a blend of experience and youth. We look forward to working with you in ways more than one. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
I was going to say, Ram, that Praveen, that was very interesting and exciting. Just a word about the iBreast project. You know, you may want to know, if you don't already, that back in my professional youth, my colleagues and I used to discuss ways and means of achieving this, because an expert clinician can detect growth under the skin, which is less than a millimeter. Clinicians can do. So our only objective at that stage was to how can we not use X-ray, avoid using X-rays for this purpose. Ultrasound was formed, and you know, ultrasound is very highly developed, and the iBreast project uses technology which is superior to mammography in terms of accuracy, apart from being easily accessible. So that's a superb project which we have discussed, not as a club, but as groups within the club. We are certainly interested in it. And we got, and you know, the duration, the width and depth of your projects is very, very exciting. You know, the physical, the emotional approach is appealing to us all, both sides. It's a pity last time you went down to Fording Bridge, which is not far from where we married, my wife and I married and brought our children up. But this is just 200 miles north. Where I live now is 200 miles north, just out in Leeds. So next time you'll come somewhere here, I hope.
We would love to.
So with that, if I can start off, I know there are several of your projects that interest us, but there are two which are kind of, we can give a little bit of purchase on today. One is the microloans project, and we have got our international lead, Janet Kerr, and our microloans leaders. So, and the second one would be the educational for youth project that Ram mentioned to me some weeks ago. Unfortunately, John Kitching, our education lead, is unable to attend today. And I'll give you a flavor of his thinking. He's very excited about the education idea you gave Ram. Essentially, what he says is that as a boy, he used to have pen pals pen friends. So along the pen friend scheme, he's bringing it up to date. And so within school, we have relationships within schools as you do. So once September is here and schools are back, locate the most suitable people through the system and try to set up with your colleagues, if that is the project to go, on some theme that the children will be interested in, and develop a friendship, which sounds good. Once it starts, it can feed on itself. And a topic that occurs to us both is that, and others within our club, is the theme of lockdown. Those of us who are in our later years have looked on this and look back on life. But think of our children. They will look on lockdown as in the early part of their lives, and how will this influence their life going forward. So this may be a project, but John Kitching will directly contact with you, Ram, and you all can build this up so we can bring it back to our next meeting. So for now, if we move to the microloans project, I will invite Janet, who's hiding somewhere on my screen, and the other two, Roger and Carol Walsh, to say a few words about microloans.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Fantastic so far. I love your video. We're going to have one too now. I'm texting. I'm WhatsApping as you're doing it, saying we need a video too. And I got 8 responses as well, which I thought was quite funny. Microloans is something I used to do in my formal life as a teacher. And I thought it was really good for children who were under the age of 11 to actually, look at projects and decide where they wanted their money to go and all that kind of thing. So I had a vague background in microloans before I actually joined the club. I think microloans is a great way of people getting a hand up, not a hand out. When Roger and Carol joined the club in the last couple of years, they also had experience of microloans in that they had their own microloans. So we decided that we would use some of the funds of the club to actually start the microloans project off. It's been going about a year now. In its initial state, we used the Kiva, which is an international charity. But there's no reason at all why we can't move that project loan into Rotary-based projects as well. We looked at Rotary-based projects, but there didn't seem to be a very clear way of investing or having a log on when that money was coming back. So we went with a commercial company, a commercial charity instead. We've got Carol and Roger with us. Now, as you already know, they spend 6 months of the year in Thailand. So it's an ACE project for them, so they don't have to be in the club environment all the time for them to lead on this project on our behalf. So although I think it's a great project, I'll be delegating it to Carol and Roger, who have got experience in the field. Carol, Roger.
Okay. Yes, we've taken out this microloan system with Kiva, which is an American organization that acts as an umbrella and disperses the money to local NGOs around the world. And the initial money we put in was £250, which was 320 US dollars. And we gave $75 or loaned $75 to 4 different projects. One was in Cambodia, one Vietnam, one Philippines, and one in West Bengal in India. And the one in India was to a lady who sells fish. So it was money to build up her stock and sell on the fish. I mean, of these 4 loans, 2 of them have been hit by coronavirus, so they're not paying back as fast as was anticipated. But I'm amazed, to be honest, that it's only 2 of the 4. I think the people like this, who need a hand up rather than a hand out, must be badly affected the world over. Okay, that's it for now.
Muttiah, would you want to just a few words to what we do in the microloans, please?
This thank you, Ram, for that. Actually, the microloan in our club was started in the year 2001 during the presidency of Rotarian Radhakrishnan. And it is a matching grant project with the RA also. With a club in Italy, Sud-East,
Milano Sud-Est.
Sud-East, yes. We partnered with them, and the grant that was given was a $10,000, which related to that term. Money value was only for 4 lakhs in that time, in the year 2000. So we started with that for 4 lakhs, and that has been rotated for 7 times, I think. Now it is more than 30 lakhs has been disbursed. That 4 lakhs has been given loans was for as far as 30 lakhs has been given, and more than 180 beneficiaries has benefited out of that money. We don't charge any interest on that one. And one more thing, we don't do it for any trading business. It is meant for entrepreneurial expenses only. Those who want money for capital expenses only we pay, and it was been limited to amount 20,000 rupees earlier year. But nowadays, due to the change of situation, we also now give for purchasing products and selling also. Trading also now we are doing it now as of late. Now they changed that, diluted that with the consent of the club members. So for 3 years, we have been reporting to the RA about the fund microloan details, and then they said it is up to you to manage the scheme. Now we are doing it on our own and reporting it back to the club. I think rightly said by past President Praveen Mehra, we might that requirement for the micro credit might increase during this pandemic period. I hope my club also appoints more committee members to support this and increase the disbursement of loan. Any details, I'll share it in the question and answer. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rotary Muthiah. An important color I want to add to this whole micro loan, in the video that we were all watching, there was one lady who had a bunch of oil cans and who was talking. She's actually a transvestite, and it was the first attempt made by the club towards helping a transvestite community with micro loan. And I think transvestite as a community are a struggling lot, definitely in India. They neither have the social acceptance, nor do they find meaningful ways in which they can employ themselves. So as a concept itself, we've been talking in some subgroups of how microloans can be used meaningfully towards that gender, who have been neglected in the past. But anyway, that's a small anecdote. But maybe as we start together.
Ram, sorry for interruption. The main thing is here, we have a mentor in our club who recommends that beneficiary. He takes care of the payment of the beneficiary. So the failure in this scheme is only about 20% of the money has been lost, I think. Otherwise, 80% of it has been recovered because we roll it again and again. Because of the mentors who were recommended by the club, that's all.
So the introducer kind of becomes the insurer in some ways. So that way the credibility of the loan is maintained.
Can I add something here?
Yeah, please feel free to, Rajesh.
In fact, out of more than 115 clubs in our Rotary district, our club Chenna Patna has been the first one to encourage this transgender or transvestite people, whatever you call it, to make them a decent living. We are the pioneers in doing this, and we are also going to do something more, of course. That's all from me. Thank you.
Super. Great. Rajendra, you touched upon the youth affairs, and we will connect offline with your person. But just for the benefit of all the members, I do want to share that we have 3 interact clubs, which are school students, and then 2 Rotaract clubs under us. One of the Rotaract clubs under us is called the Aireborough College Rotaract Club, which is the largest Rotaract club of the world, because it has 4,000 students enrolled in it. So between now and the end of the month, we are planning an online Zoom-based installation for all of our Interact and Rotaract clubs. And the common theme that has come across from every club that I've spoken to is that they want to do international projects of some significance. It could be cultural understanding, or it could be cultural exchange of sorts, or it can be more serious in the space of environment or politics, if you will. So they're all very keen to collaborate and do something meaningful with international students, be it UK or Canada or whatever. So I'm really looking forward to some guidance and assistance from your club to make this possible.
Yes, certainly. These bullet points have crossed when I've been talking to colleagues. But what I will do at this point, since we are together, take up a minute or two and call upon some of our members who are here. Like Brian is present, I know. Brian, who was last time he joined us, and Brian wanted to make, he's primarily pushing membership. I wonder whether Brian wished to make any comments. Or any Aireborough colleague wants to come and make some comments, ask questions or make comments at this stage.
Again, me, okay, from your side, please kindly go ahead. Then,
yeah, please. Yes, yeah, it's very interesting that the last time we talked, I'm sorry I couldn't come to the last meeting, but the last time we talked, you were talking about interact clubs and things like that. We are sort of pushing that sort of thing because really, the Rotary Club can only move forward if you get younger members, and younger members can come from an early age. So yes, I'm very interested in all the things that you're doing over there, because you seem to have a great benefit from your younger members coming forward. So hopefully we can do that. It's more difficult when in the times that we are in at the moment, unfortunately. But as everybody does everything online anyway, maybe it won't be such a bad thing. And all we have to do is get people interested, really. So I'll be interested in finding out how your clubs, your interact clubs, do actually meet, whether they meet in person or online. So that'd be quite an interesting thing for us to do. So yes, so obviously our normal club membership is got to be pushed forward, and that's why we're doing the Friends of Rotary, trying to interest people who help us anyway in our various projects, but are not Rotarians, to realise that they can do more if they're members of the Rotary Club. So we want to, get more members, as everybody does. I'm sure your club over there has just as many problems getting Rotary members as we do. But yes, yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to move forward, look to the future, and see what we can do. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Any other comments, questions from Aireborough side? We've got a previous president, immediately past president, Janet Appleton, present. Thank you for your time today, Janet. Would you like any comments or questions to record at this stage? Oh, Janet Kerr. Okay, Janet, I wanted Janet Appleton, but you can ask as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think... Janet, you're on mute, so we can't hear you.
Is Janet Appleton here on the meeting? I don't see her.
Yes, I am. I am here. But, I'm struggling with the view. I can't. Yeah, I'm Janet Appleton, past president. It's lovely to meet you all today, and I think it's going to be great that we can work with you. There's a lot of projects, obviously, that we're interested in doing internationally, so I think it's a great beginning. Really, really impressed with the amount of, humanitarian projects you've been doing. Feel a bit that we're a bit lacking now in what we've been doing, but I'm sure we can catch up with you and collaborate. It'd be great. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you, Janet. John Morehouse, who leads our foundation committee. John, any comments or questions?
No, no questions, but I'm very impressed with what we've heard today. And I think we can take lessons from the depth and knowledge that our fellow club has in Madras. I don't think there's much more I can say, Raj, at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Andrew Wilson, we have Andrew Wilson present from on our side. Did Andrew, any comments or questions?
Thank you, Raj. No, like John, I've been very impressed, like all of us, I think. It's been a very worthwhile meeting that we've had today. And I'm sure that things will develop from that. Just for the record, I'm the District Youth Services leader, and so if there's anything that I can do to help in that down that avenue, I'd be only too pleased to cooperate. But thank you very much. Yeah, I look forward to other meetings like this being very successful.
Thanks, Andrew. You're going to receive a bunch of calls from me very soon. Thank you.
Raj, can I speak again?
Yes, of course, Robert, please do.
At the installation of your new president, Chakrabarti, I noticed on your roster of club officers, you had a specific person looking after polio and the person looking after foundation. Could they say a little bit about their roles?
Chakravarti, you have to unmute yourself.
Yes, yeah. They are asking about foundation, no? So
foundation or polio.
We also have a polio chair, and we also have a foundation chair. So they just want to understand these two roles better.
Ask Giri to brief them. Ask Giri to
Giri is present. Giri can speak on foundation.
Brief them, Giri.
Giri, you're on mute.
Unmute, Panay.
Yeah. Good afternoon to all of y'all, and it's a great day for the Rotary Club of Madras Chenna Patna, since we have signed a sister club pact with y'all, and I'm sure it will open opportunities for both of us, and let us cherish this this day forever. Now, as far as the foundation goes, our club has always been contributing to the Rotary Foundation. We have hardly taken any money from for the global grant, but fortunately, during the year 1920, at the fag end of the year of 1920, of Rotary year 1920, we have completed the this global grant project. We have submitted it online. The cost of the project is $50,000 US, and our share, that is our contribution from the club, is about $13,000. And the balance is met by the Canadian club, plus the district DDF, as well as the Canadian DDF, all put together. It's $50,000 US. This project is for basically, as Praveen had mentioned earlier, this project is about the eye breast for early detection of cancer for the women in the breast cancer. So hopefully by July or August, if everything goes well, this project should be approved by the RI, and the funds will be transferred, and then maybe by September or October, the device may come because of COVID. Otherwise, things would have been much faster. Once the device comes, then we will have the screening done at the 4 health centers, primary health centers, which has been assigned by which are attached to the nursing colleges. So hopefully by October or November, this project should go through, and we will be screening about 14,000 women in and around the areas of these 4 primary health centers. And after the project tenure is over, this project will be continued, because we hope that in 1 year this project will be completed. But after the project is over, the project tenure, this will be continued by the primary health centers, and thereby the sustainability of the project will be maintained. And we'll be having the training also done for many of the volunteers, so that this project is continued, and it is on a continuous basis for the next 2 years after the project tenure. And it's been nice giving to the Rotary Foundation, and as we all know that when we give it, it comes back to the district, to the RI, or the district can use it for 3 years down the line. So it's been really nice, giving to the foundation. And over the years, we have done a lot of global grant projects. But after a gap of 10 years, earlier we were doing the matching grant. Now, after a gap of 10 years, we have now submitted this global grant project. And the earlier projects were like Jivodaya. With the global grant, we did the project at Jivodaya, which is a center for cancer hospice patients. And we have also done the micro loan also was a global grant. We got it from Milano Sudist. And then we also had some projects, global grant, matching grant projects, wherein we have donated 2 vans and equipments to the Banyan, which is also a center for, the aged who are undergoing, mentally disordered aged people. And apart from that, we have also had a global grant, a matching grant, wherein we have had the drinking water project, where we have erected the borewell, and also we had done the the science lab at the Kadalur school project. So these are the various projects we have done as far as the matching grant or the global grant is
Rotary Foundation.
Thank you.
So, So, in a nutshell, all the interactions with the foundation is managed by Rotarian Saptagiri. It has been a one-way interaction for the last many years, and our hope is to try and leverage the richness of the foundation and do a few things locally in due course.
We can brief about the portfolio.
Can I have a question here?
Please.
Sure.
Go ahead.
This is to President Raj. President, you were talking about you are having a very pet project. One is about the micro loan, and the other one is about education. What type of education you were mentioning, or you were trying? Can you kindly elaborate on that?
And I went for those in education, and in other words, for young people in schools. That's what I meant. And John Kitching, who leads on education and youth for us, but is unfortunately not with us today. It is his thought that if you start out by to promote pen friendship, as we did when we were children, just writing letters. Now they would do emails and WhatsApps on any of several themes, of which one could be lockdown. That's just the thought. So that's the scheme, and that's specifically what John Kitching's idea. And we haven't. So this could be elaborated on and taken forward, and just see what comes out of it. Really.
Yes. So why I am trying to ask on this. There are children who have not been very good at academics, but they are good in understanding the technicalities of various products. What is known as the skill development programs, or learning a skill to make a living for them. So such kind of any such planning you have, because Rotary International also has this on a long-term basis. So in case you are having any such thing, probably we could collaborate on various aspects, because you will be helping these youngsters from not becoming law breaking youngsters, and they will not take the wrong path in their life, number one. And number two, they'll be making a decent living. And number three, we will be able to establish a good youth fraternity in the days to come. This is my just thought process. So I thought probably if you have any ideas to exchange, or if we can do something, maybe this is just my thought. I'm just opening it out without consulting my club. But still, I thought I will talk about it. That's it.
Yes, we do, and that's interesting good that you brought it up. There is work going on, and on kids who have who are not as academically developed as their peers, and projects exist, or the desire to do projects exist. But to comment further at this minute, I will ask anybody from our group. Did you all want to comment on this sphere?
Rajankal, my suggestion is we can probably hold a separate session just talking about.
Just I only opened up my idea. My impression, I just opened up.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I'm also a little conscious that we are run past 1 hour. And we also have a board meeting coming up in about 20 minutes. So I just want to give some members.
Yeah, but it's not far from our thoughts.
Thank you.
Thank you for registering that, Rajashri. So before we wind up, I know Rajmani, Rotary Rajmani, you wanted to raise a toast for 2 reasons. One, for a closer collaboration and partnership between our clubs, and two, maybe for world peace and progress amidst these trying times. So I leave it to both the presidents to share a few words and raise a toast for each other.
Yeah, this is something we do at our Rotary clubs, at our meetings. And if Chuck is the first one is to the future success. It's been a very grand day today. It's been coming a long time, and today's has matched all the hard work that's gone in so far. So
yes,
let's drink to the future of our strong and togetherness and success in all our projects. Chenna Patna and Aireborough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Raj uncle, we are hoping what you're drinking is water.
I can raise the flask here.
Definitely water. Yeah.
Wonderful. Chakra, anything you want to finally say, President Chakra? President Chakra, yeah. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Unmute பண்ணிக்க.
My hearty congratulations to all the Rotarians for their presence and for their valuable inputs. And we will have a stronger ties in the future. And we have got a long way to go. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And finally, before winding up, I know there are a few more people from our club who have joined. I know Mohan Siddhan was a past president and so on. If anybody wants to add anything, feel free to before we wind up, maybe the next minute or so. Mohan, anything you want to share?
Hello, can you hear me, Ram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am very happy with this joint club agreement because of my 25 years of software industry experience. I've been living in UK also for 2 years. That too working in head office of Royal and Sun Alliance Insurance Company. So I'm very happy to see people again after a very long time. It has been about 20 years from earlier I've been in UK. I've been living in UK for 2 years in 2001 and 2. So currently I'm also working with some companies in UK also, like developing software for Baxter International and all that. So I'm very happy that I'm again associated with the club in UK, and I look forward to join with my colleagues to contribute in whatever way possible.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else who wants to share a word from our side? If not, thank you so much, all of you. It's been a great evening for us, and I guess afternoon for you. Really hoping that this has laid the foundation for better things that we can do going forward. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Can we class to Rotary?
Yeah.
Rotary.
Peace the world over. Have a great year.
Peace the world over.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks all of you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Next time, Patla.
Next time.
Thank you.
Continue.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you.
Thank you for the beautiful.
Closing the meeting now.
And